What if they could go to the lab,
Grab some dino DNA from this tick,
grow it inside a crocodile egg,
and presto, cook up some real live dinos.
can they do it?
Do we want them to do it?
Grandpa studied dino bones. Sam and Allie loved just what he did. Oh, they really dug his work. Hunting on the internet for all the dino stories they could get. Oh, they really dug their work. Allie and Sam thought of a plan. Got a show on a cable station about dinosaur digs. What scientists think, they're piecing it together. Bonehead, detectives of the paleo world. Bonehead, detectives of the paleo world.
Hey guys, pick up that remote control.
And turn up the volume. Come on. Louder. Louder! It's time for another prehistoric mystery on
The Bonehead Detectives of the Paleo World.
I'm Sam, and this is my trusty cousin Allie.
We're back on the Dino Trail. Today's question comes to us from paleo fan Dennis Richmond of Oakland, California. He left us this message.
Hey, Sam and Allie. Dennis Richmond here.
Hey, I'm on the phone.
I just watched Jurassic Park for the 20th time last night. It's so awesome. But every time I watch it, I still wonder, is that really possible? Could they actually make a dinosaur from a bug they found in amber?
Super question, Dennis. And as you know, only super questions get to be the Bonehead Detectives Question of the Day.
Can you really clone a dinosaur?
To find out, we're going to look deep in the heart of a stone called amber. And a good place to start is the tropics.
Where in the tropics? How about the Dominican Republic? It's a beautiful country that's part of an island called Hispaniola.
Hispaniola is right here in the warm waters of the Caribbean Sea, a few hundred miles south of Florida.
Santo Domingo is the capital city.
And there's lots of amber for sale in the local street markets.
Amber is really beautiful, so most of it is made into jewelry, like earrings and necklaces, and sold to all the tourists who come here on vacation.
But the paleo detectives of the world think amber is beautiful for a different reason.
To find out what that reason is, let's zoom up to Wyoming and check in with the coolest dino detective I know, Bob Barker. Hey, Dr. Bob, what's the deal with this amber stuff anyway? Why all the commotion?
You know, Sam, amber's been around in paleontology for 3 centuries, 300 years. People used to pick up amber in the Baltic, north of Europe. Every once in a while, they pick up a piece of this stuff. There'd be a bug inside. Ah, fossil bugs. You don't get fossil bugs very often, because when an insect dies, there's nothing really hard to get preserved. That's why amber is so incredibly important. Amber is a blob of sap that falls on the bug, completely covers it, and preserves every hair in place.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Bob. You wait here for a while, and Allie and I will take an even closer look at how amber gets made.
And to do that, it's back to the Dominican Republic. Only now we're out in the foggy, mountainous jungle.
It was in a jungle a lot like this that the story of amber began.
Now these trees are a lot like the ones that made the amber we're looking for.
What happened was, gobs of sap dripped out of the trees. Why? It was their defense system, that's why. Defense against the swarms of insects who like to burrow into the wood.
This is how it worked. When the insects burrowed into the tree would catch them in the act with a gooey, sticky sap trap.
They were frozen in time, and that's a nasty way to go. But like all living things, Senor Tree would eventually die.
The sap trap would fall off the tree and drift to the bottom of the river.
Next came millions of years under the mud, and then, ta-da! You've got some of that rock-hard time capsule known as amber.
And there it sat, all covered up with Dominican dirt, until somebody decided it was worth digging up.
Like these modern-day amber hunters.
The guy with the backpack is amber hunter extraordinaire Roy Larimer. He's just hiked through miles of hot, steamy jungle.
And believe it or not, that was the easy part.
Now he's headed into this hole in the ground, into a real live amber mine.
Looks kind of cramped in there.
And hot, too. It can get up to 100 degrees in these mines. The good part is, they can find a couple of pounds of amber every day.
Amigo, un momento.
Hey, looks like you found something already.
Encontró algo.
But it looks kind of beat up.
That's because it's not polished yet.
But Roy doesn't have time to dig up all the amber he needs by himself. So to really stock up, he heads to the village amber mart.
His friends here know just what Roy's looking for. Looks like Roy's found another precious nugget to take back home with him.
Roy's work is done here in the Caribbean, and now it's time to take his fossil treasure to the experts. They're going to try to crack the amber, and this case, wide open. So that's where amber comes from. Does this show rock or what?
But that's only the beginning of the story of amber. Next, we'll see how a little yellow rock might be able to tell us how T-Rex was killed.
Don't go extinct. We'll be right back.